Is this straight? My Adidas. Years ago, my little brother made a song called My Adidas, and that song became so big, I mean so explosive, that it saved the company, Adidas, saved them. They were going to go bankrupt. And they made a deal with Run DMC, and Run DMC got a little piece of the sneakers that they made for Adidas, and a check. When it was the biggest check at the time, the biggest check that Adidas had given anybody, and no music person had a license deal like that. We were first. And we saved Adidas. Well, they did. I helped produce the song. My Adidas. And then artists started to realize, and we worked for many years in many industries, realizing the value of our relationship with our consumers. And we worked with many companies, and at one point we actually said, fuck Adidas, and made our own sneakers. And the Fat Classics was selling for $100, and Shell Toe Adidas was selling for $39.99. It was an explosive moment. It led to saving Fat Farm from its own extinction. And then we sold the company, and thank you, $500 million gross in sneakers that we did with the Fat Classics. It's amazing. And the thing that we broke the mold, because we proved that you didn't have to suck up under Adidas or Nike or anybody to sell sneakers, because no one had sold anything but legitimate. Nothing was cool except Nike, perhaps Puma, but not really, and Adidas. That was it. And we would never allow ourselves to own ourselves and do our own shit at all. But we did it, and it was, I remember Damon Dash laughed at me. What kind of corny shit is that, your own sneaker? But we had some vision and some luck, and we got through it. The Dauber family manufactured and sold those sneakers for us, but we owned them. So Kanye is getting free from these people and getting free from Balenciaga. I don't know what the fuck, that expensive company that he's the brand. That expensive company. And Kanye is a plus to them. They had to get rid of him, but he was a plus to them because his brand was so strong. So his sneakers, his clothing, he don't need the Gap, he can make his own. He can make his own everything. So he's set to go. It's not hard to make your own shit. So I'm sure he'll do that. And if he ends up owning everything and wanting to manufacture, he can go to some partners. I had many partners. And he said once that he was very jealous of the Jewish community for owning everything. Well, no one owns him. And they can manufacture for him. Make friends with all the partners and all the support systems and empower your community. This is the opportunity. I can't call him because he changed his number. Changes his number more than Kim. I called him a couple months ago, but then now it's no more good, the number. Because if I had a nickel for everyone who asked me, can they call Kanye? Many are fans. He's going to make more money now than ever. He can support more people in the community now than ever before. And his vision, although some of it we don't get, is his vision. It's easy to apologize and right the wrong, because he never, whatever he said, he took back. He said, I'm jealous of the Jewish community and their power. He has all the power in the world. He can empower so many people, and he can help to lift his community, which is the thing that probably inspires him. So he can make friends with everyone that he's made rubbed wrong. He could, sometimes the things you say inspire other people to take it a step further. I'm sure that he didn't mean to inspire so much hate, because it's not in his heart. It's not in his heart to promote that much hate. So he can fix that. And we're going to buy his sneakers. If he makes new sneakers, if they're expensive, I won't, but you might buy his sneakers. He's a creative man who can change the perception of the relationship between blacks and the manufacturers of anything and everything. He has the resources, he has the support, and he's free. He's a free black man. Can't be destroyed like Teflon. So all the companies that dropped him, good. Now he has no obligations. Now he can build all new. Last thing I'll say is one of the people who called me and asked could they speak to him. Of course, I would never give his number out. But one of the people said, crickets are loud. Kanye, would he ever apologize to the George Floyd family? I'm sure he didn't mean to hurt anybody, but do you remember he gave the $2 million to the George Floyd children? It was in the media. Someone sent me that, the person who asked about it. He sent $2 million. He can do good. And in order for him to grow, he has to learn. And the mistakes he's made, he can fix. But he's free. So, apologize. Well, he said he was jealous. He said certain things. And just move on. Do good. And mend your relationships with your many friends. Steve Rifkin was offended. A lot of your Jewish friends who are good friends of you are offended. Fix that. I know you didn't mean to hurt anybody, and I think that you can say that publicly. It'll be more beneficial to the relationship between blacks and Jews than for them to label you an anti-Semite, which they've done from everybody to Marcus Garvey, to Martin Luther King, to Reverend Sharpton, to Reverend Jackson, to me, to Public Enemy, to Will Smith, to you. They've said so many people are anti-Semites. None of that has really, really helped to mend or build a bridge between the black and Jewish community. What's built bridges is when people visit museums and work together and do programs in the hood and find common ground where they can build strong relationships, because we have common enemies, the blacks and the Jews, and great purpose together. We have common experiences, and we are joint at the hip in our fight against white supremacy. Don't let them separate us. You can fix that, Kanye. So, I say this publicly because he's got all the friends who do have his number, and I haven't spoken to him in months. And also saying it publicly, we will support you if you build your own. We hope you can fix your relationships. It would help us to support you more. We're proud of you. I personally have a long appreciation for everything you've done, from Jesus Walks to building your own, to becoming so successful and showing us how we can just defy the rules and build an empire. That's always inspiring. And anyway, that's just all I have on my mind this morning before class. But yes, build your own. You're free. Make your own shit. And then mend your fences, build your bridges, inspire people in your community, hire people in your community, help educate and grow and create good opportunities for people, and live out the rest of your life as a superhero. You can do it. Love you. Bye.